So I know there are quite a few of you who have highly been anticipating my review of the newest additions to TERENCE Hughes, Hard Candy and High Voltage. Well, I got some good news and I got some bad news. My test drive's over. That's the good news. The bad news is I still only have these little 2 mLs that are almost empty. I've been test driving both of these now for 3 weeks. I'm still waiting on my bottles, but they should be here any day. But it's time, and I'm ready to give you my 2 cents and let you know whether or not I think Hard Candy and High Voltage are worth a whiff and sniff. So stay tuned. Cue that intro. What's going on, my beautiful fragrance family? I hope each and every one of you are doing phenomenal on this beautiful Monday. Welcome back to My 2 Cents. My name is Brian, and this is the channel all about helping boost your confidence through the art of fragrance and helping you become a lasting scent member. All right, so Hard Candy and High Voltage. Now, I've had these 2 mLs now for about a month. If you couldn't tell, well, that one's pretty much gone. High Voltage has got a few sprays left in it, but I'll tell you what, both of these fragrances, these little 2 mLs are perfect for test driving because they are both very powerful, just like most TERENCE Hughes fragrances. Let me know down in the comments, have you tried or gotten your nose on High Voltage or Hard Candy? I know that Aaron was sending out these little 2 mLs with some purchases out of the UK. I believe also Maxx was sending these. Like I said, I've got both of them coming. High Voltage is coming from Maxx, and I purchased Hard Candy from Aaron's website. So I'm still waiting on both of them, but I just couldn't wait any longer, and I really wanted to get my review out for you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's whiffs and sniffs. All right, so I'm actually going to start with my favorite, okay? And my favorite is Hard Candy. This is the one that I've been enjoying rocking the most. In fact, I just got out of the shower, and not only am I going to spray this on my hand, at the end, I'm also going to spray it as my scent of the day, because I don't have much left, and I've really been enjoying it. Oh, I don't even know if I have enough to wear as my scent of the day. I'm going to leave the notes right up here for you, and let's get to whiffing and sniffing. Now, Hard Candy. I'm going to say this. If you enjoy TERENCE Hughes Daddy, then I really think you are going to love Hard Candy. Hard Candy is a very suitable name for this fragrance because you get a lot of this wonderful candy like Jolly Ranchers right up top. And that's going to be a combination of like mandarin orange and a few other citruses. I think there's pineapple in here as well. I don't really get the pineapple. If anything, all the citruses and the fruity aspects blend together to create what I think smells just like an orange or red Jolly Rancher. Actually, both kind of melded together. It's like if you took both the orange and red Jolly Ranchers and you left them in the sun and they melted together. That's what this smells like. And I really enjoy it. This is a fun fragrance. It's very, very fun. Just kind of like this shirt. It's fun. It's kind of loud. It, grabs attention. That's exactly what Hard Candy does. Further in, I really enjoy when the heart starts melting in because you start getting this minty quality, and it's like a sweet mint. It's not like a very powerful mint. It's kind of sitting in the background, but I mean, you can smell it. It just adds like a green sweetness to it. And that mint is also blended very well with a really nice vanilla, adding some more sweetness. And then you get some like raw sweetness, like earthy sweetness. And that, I believe, is coming from the honey that's in this. But once everything starts going in and blending into the heart, man, I'm going to tell you what, it's my favorite part of this fragrance. Because you start getting this really nice, almost bready and creamy tonka bean. And the tonka in it, mixed in with some of those fruity nuances, turns into almost like what I think smells just like a strawberry Pop-Tart. That's right, my favorite type of Pop-Tart. It's really delicious through and through. That really, really like Hard Candy, the candied nuances, the candied sweetness, die down probably within about 10-15 minutes, and then it stays sweet, but you start getting into like this pastry puff sweetness with this nice strawberry. Further into the dry down, you get that patchouli, but that patchouli is kind of popping off that, I think, strawberry in it and giving it that strawberry Pop-Tart quality. Really, really stinking enjoy it. You have these really nice musks in here, a good blend of clean yet also kind of dirty musks. Also, the oud in this. Now you get not an animalic quality from the oud, you almost get a musky, woody, sweet oud. Now kind of like the oud that you would get in Daddy. Now this actually kind of reminds me, not fully reminds me of Daddy, but it could honestly be a flanker to Daddy. Instead of the apple that you get in Daddy, you're going to get that pineapple and those citrus fruits and also that strawberry. So it's different in many aspects, but it has that same kind of feel. It's got that same vibe going on, which I stinking love because I love Daddy. This is a very long-lasting fragrance and a great projector. I get great projection for 2-3 hours with this fragrance. Longevity, like I said, is great. 8-9 hours of longevity. Love this fragrance. In fact, this is the one that I definitely had to get a full bottle of. And I'm really excited to get this fragrance in because it's going to be perfect for like going out, having fun. Spring, summer, fall, winter, it doesn't matter. It's just a very fun fragrance. It puts Ultramall to shame. This is a clubbing fragrance. This is a going out type of fragrance. It is completely unisex in my opinion. I think this would be great on a woman, on a man, doesn't matter. Hell, it'd probably smell good on a dog or a cat. But I do not condone you spraying your fragrances on your pets. But what I'm trying to say is it literally would smell good on anyone. Now, what about high voltage? Now, high voltage, okay, I am getting a bottle of this, but it's actually not just for me. I wasn't gonna get a bottle of high voltage because it has a very familiar DNA, but we'll get into that in a second. I got this bottle because a friend of mine really enjoyed it on me, so we're splitting a bottle. Hell, why not? And I'm forking the bill, so hopefully they're happy. It's kind of a surprise, that's why I haven't actually said who it's for. But anyways, let's get into high voltage. I'm gonna go ahead and spray this on this hand. Leave the notes right up here for you, and let's get to whiffing and sniffing. Now, high voltage starts very citrusy. Very citrusy. You also get a lot of ambroxan. You're getting like this woody, kind of musky ambroxan. Almost adding like a green characteristic to it. But the one thing that high voltage really reminds me of, and the familiar DNA that it reminds me of, I'm going to go ahead and say this. This gives me aventus or hachavat vibes. No pineapple, but you're getting more of a citrusy opening. Loads of ambroxan. Loads. I believe there's also going to be some coumarin in here as well, and a touch of oak moss. I know that oak moss isn't in the note breakdown, but the way I guess the patchouli is done in this gives me kind of oak mossy vibes. You're not going to get any birch like you would in aventus, but it's got that citrusy feel, that kind of musky quality to it, and also those green qualities to it. A little bit of a floral sweetness in the heart, but to me, it really does. It does remind me of that aventus DNA, but it doesn't smell like aventus. I don't want you guys thinking that I think that Aaron was trying to dupe or clone aventus. If anything, he made a smart business decision and made a fragrance that's very mass appealing, but it has that very masculine, kind of manly chypre vibe, but it's not a chypre, if that makes sense whatsoever. Now, I have had a few subscribers and a few friends of mine say that, yeah, it does kind of have that aventus quality to it. And I can see that. I totally can. It's actually the first time I sprayed it, I was like, kind of reminds me of that DNA, except different. The only reason I didn't want to get it is because Bois Eternal, which is the fragrance that is for the US only, kind of reminds me of high voltage, but with amplified oak moss. So I actually like that DNA a little bit more than high voltage. Also, high voltage is gonna be a limited release. He's only running this, I think, for 6 weeks, somewhere along those lines. I know that it's only available till like August. So if you enjoy collecting Aaron Terence Hughes fragrances, this is definitely gonna be a collector's item. So I will be happy to at least have half a bottle in my possession, in my arsenal. Citrusy opening, little green floral in the heart, just a touch, really more on that ambroxan, the patchouli, and musks. And like I said, I believe there to also be some sort of oak moss in here as well. Good longevity. I get a good 8 hours of longevity with this. Really good projection within the first hour and a half, 2 hours. But hard candy was definitely a must-have for me. I think it's fantastic. If you like that daddy DNA, then you are going to probably absolutely love hard candy. You might not. Let me know. Drop me a comment down below if you've tried it. Let me know what your thoughts are. High voltage, on the other hand, I am getting a bottle, splitting it with a friend because they really enjoyed this DNA. For me, if you own Legend or if you own Bois Eternal, might be a little redundant. Still, they're different fragrances, kind of just do the same thing. That's it, guys. High voltage, hard candy, must have for this guy. High voltage. I definitely think that people are really going to enjoy it. But that's it, guys. Again, let me know if you are excited about high voltage or hard candy. If you've tried either of them, you know what to do. But that's it for me. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. If you've enjoyed today's content, then do me a favor and like, comment, share, and subscribe. And always remember, you are stinking beautiful. And until next time, happy scent trails.